In today's video, we will be finally setting our feet on Minmus. Yes, it will be an exciting episode, and we will be performing that with 2 kerbonauts. Yeah. So, first things first, we need to do some research. We have a 118 science, and for that I really need to unlock something that will actually matter. So I'm actually thinking between advanced construction. Well, aerodynamics is not yet there. I'm thinking probably landing, because landing legs we will probably need if we want to do a landing on Minmus. Let me just quickly check miniaturization or recycling. I'm thinking we're gonna have to go with the landing because, well, there wouldn't be a landing without it. Alright, so after a brief check, I think I'm gonna go with the landing because we have Dragon Heat Shield, we have the Heat Shield, we have an additional seismic sensor, and we have the landing legs. Okay, research it, and then let's go and build the craft that will be using those. So first let's spend some upgrades. Yes, that will be also important. So upgrades points we have forgotten, so we might as well boost our research and whatnot. Okay, warp. Alright, let's go to building. I'm gonna use the Gemini-like capsule because I want to be taking 2 Kerbals upwards. Then what I want to be taking this experiment grab unit. Okay, then we want to take the drogue chutes. Then we want to take the real chutes because those will help us decelerate, obviously. Then I'm actually thinking, where is my launch escape system? Because, well, yeah, launch escape system junior. When you're going with Kerbals, you do want to protect them. In the case of rapid unscheduled disassembly, you want them to be able to fly off. Then let's put some experiments. There we go. We have our mystery goo. Let's put our thermometer. Then we will be placing the seismic sensor, and then we have the barometer. Submersible not needed, but D-Magic's RPWS antenna will be useful, followed by the magnetometer. And what other beautiful experiments can we cram? Gorset, don't mind if I do. Alright, then we're gonna be placing this a little bit above. Okay, let's just cram them all in because, well, we have loads of wonderful science that we can utilize. Great. Minmus Lander Mark 1, and this is actually the capsule as it should look when it returns. Then we want to put the heat shield below it. In the previous episodes I had to use, you know, these onions because they have integrated heat shield while this one doesn't have a heat shield. And look at this, I don't have a good size decoupler. Oh, bananas. Yeah, I guess I will have to use the other type of decoupler. I'm gonna just use the smaller one and hope that nothing gets horribly wrong. So yeah, okay, let's put that one. Then we will be putting the ladder. Oh, that looks horrible. Okay, let's put some lights as well because we do when you're landing, lights are a good indicator if you have landed correctly, and that's very handy. I want to be putting the not you cargo, you know, nope. Service bay, nope, wrong size. Okay, so what can we put as a service bay? I actually need a smaller, yeah, I could actually use the smaller reaction wheels, and then I can use a smaller format service bay. Yes, okay, now we're getting somewhere. Then we want to be placing the, oh, I can just put attack LS containers directly. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Who cares about the service bay? Yeah, and we can then put the, oh, we can put the batteries, attach them radially, and they will look good. Okay, photovoltaic panels that we will need. Shall I take this ones or shall I take the bigger ones? I think I actually am gonna go with these ones. It will give us that Gemini slash, you know, Orion look. All right. And on the back side I want to be placing antenna because we do want to be able to transmit the science. I'm not saying that we will, I probably will want to keep it, but I want to at least to have the connectivity and the ability to do so. Okay, then we'll be constructing the rest of the lander, which we will be using Terrier engine. That gives us a very healthy amount of delta V, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's just, you know, expand these, and then we will be going places. Right. Up with the landing struts, let's retract them, good. Then what I want to be placing, I want to be placing the I want to be placing... Shall I be placing some additional cargo to the sides? Maybe. I could be... What do we have for cargo? Well, we do have some external science experiments from Breaking Ground, but then again, I have actually no experiments, just the base unit and the solar panels. So, no, we won't include them just yet. Probably they will be coming in the follow-up mission. Okay, let's put a decoupler, another one on that side, and then we will be hopefully enclosing all these in a partial fairing. I don't want to enclose the kerbonauts. There we go. Close the fairing. Terminate fairing construction. There we go. Are we good? Good. Okay. We'll do clamshell deploy, and we will be doing some testing. Okay, that looks good to me. And then finally we're gonna be expanding on it. So we're going from back to 1.8 meter form factor. In the next future episodes I will probably need to unlock a lot more. Okay, let's put the Bobcat engine, and then we'll be taking it from there. Alright, so that is our basically core and ascent stage. Now we need to have the side boosters. So I'm gonna take the radial decoupler, and I'm actually thinking I'm gonna be placing 6 of the side boosters. Alright, and they're gonna be liquid fuel boosters with a swivel engine at the bottom that will give us great control authority. Then we're gonna be placing another one of these big tanks, advanced nose cones that are folded inwards to give us that sleek look. Alright, then we are going to be placing some winglets on the core stage to provide stability. Let's make sure we auto-strut everything because we really need to. Alright. And now we should be going with the asparagus staging on this one. So I'm going to be placing the fuel lines. And the fuel lines I need to be placing in pairs. So, okay. So you will be going to the core stage, you will be going to this booster. Okay, then you go again to the core stage. You will be connecting to the booster, and you will be connecting to the booster. So now we have to make sure that they drop in pairs. And first we go with the outermost two. First of all, we need to ignite all of the engines. Then let's go with the pairs. So we're gonna first take this and this one. So the two of you are the last ones. Then we take the other two, and you are the first ones. Okay, so first the two of you fire, then the second pair, and then the third pair. Okay, good. That's being said, so staging is correctly placed. Now what we need to ensure is we need to ensure that we set up our abort group. Abort group will consist of toggling engine and hitting the decoupler. So if we need to abort, this is basically our abort sequence. I just hit the backspace and the capsule detaches and the kerbals are safe. A custom group 2 would be solar panels, and the third one would be science. Okay, I was trying to see if I could attach, you know, the science capsule to it, so maybe there would be a point of us having it, because really we do need one. So let's rebuild the fairing. There we go, and close it up. There we go. Okay, that looks much better. I really need the materials bay. It provides a lot of science, and we already have 2 kerbals, one of which will be resetting the science, so really it's kind of important. Alright, that being said, now what we're going to do is we are going to put the pilots. I'm going to take kiltless Kerbin, I'm thinking. For the testing it will be Jab and Bob, but for the flight will be Quiltless and probably Smokin, who are my patrons. So once again, thank you very much for supporting me. I really do appreciate my patrons and YouTube members and all of them who are actually making sure that I can continue doing what I'm doing. So a big shout out to them, and thank you for being so awesome. Love you guys. Alright, so there we go. We have this launch pad, and we need to be placing the launch clamps and the launch pedestal. So there we go. I'm gonna go with a service tower. Can we find Atlas 5 modular service tower? No, Saturn. I'm trying to find a Saturn tower. Okay, let's take... Nope. The previous one worked actually quite nicely. Okay, shall we take this one? Nope. Let's see how does this one. Okay, that one fits nicely. Good. Now let's bring up more of the tower sections. I really am forcing building with these modular launch pads because I think they look cool and I really want to use them. Okay, So let's build it upwards. Alright. There we go. Pipelines connect. And I want to be placing tower on that side. Okay. A little bit of alignment problem there. Okay. No, actually, shall we place it like this? Forwards. Let's see what can we do in terms of the crew mounts. Oh, it folds on this side. Okay, it folds to the left. Good. Retraction limit. The problem I have is that it's clipping. By the way, guys, if you know how to fix this, let me know in the comments below. Oh, we can have side. Oh. Okay, so if I could attach this one to the side, so I just changed the transfer airlock, how it looks. And then if I place the tower on this side, rather, I might actually get what I want. Okay, yeah. Except this one I should be placing on this connection point. Come on, attach. There you go. Okay, that looks already much better. Yeah, something like that. And it can fold up. Okay, beautiful. Okay, I'm definitely gonna be using this crew arm. I'm not going to be sending the crew through it, but I mean, for, you know, immersion purposes, I think I actually like it. Alright, let's see if we can put the top of the launch tower. There we go. The elevator and stuff. Okay, then we need the umbilicals. Umbilicals I usually just place on the core stage and on send stage. So let's see. Okay, hold down clamps. What hold down clamps can I find? Oh, these look sufficient, I would say. So I need 6 of them. And let me just place them somewhat. Okay, no. Okay. Well, that looks plausible. Maybe if I take them from this side. Okay, that looks much better, actually. Okay, that works. Now, umbilicals, can we extend those? I might actually need to put this one into this booster and another umbilical on the top. Alright, let's make sure that we check our staging. So first we have the swing arm. The swing arm I'm gonna put to the action group because I don't know if I can stage it. Then we have the umbilicals, the engines and everything else. Okay, so first the arm. Then we need to be placing all of these decoupling umbilicals and these. Alright, then we have the engine. So, and gets ready. Let it see how it goes. Okay, simulation wise everything looks cool. I'm just was doing a little bit of testing to ensure that this would work, and the way I look at it, this works pretty nicely. Okay, there's one more thing that we need to test, and that was, yeah, ejection stage, and that worked too. Okay, time for the real deal. I'm gonna be putting Kiltless Kerbin, one of my long-standing patrons. Thank you very much. Look at him. He is well decorated, but he has no attention when it comes, or he has no flags when it comes to Minmus. Then, as a scientist, I want to be placing either Joey or Smokin. Smokin Kerbin is Smokin Warthog, again, one of my, you know, patrons, and he hasn't had that much attention in terms of, well, basically going off the planet, so he will be joining us today. There we go, look at the rocket blasting off into the heavens. Beautiful. I really like how this rocket looks, and Kiltless and Smokin Kerbin are ascending upwards. There we go. Are you ready, guys? You will be going to Minmus, and you're gonna science the bananas out of it. Hope you like it, guys. Alright. So, keeping on the prograde vector, there we go. I'm just adjusting my thrust to weight to be around 1.8. No really point in pushing it further than that because it will just, we're just wasting. Alright, so 1.75, we're going upwards, and Kiltless and Smokin are really happy. Alright, we will soon be ditching the last set of our boosters, which is great because our apoapsis is already at 55 kilometers. So just reducing the thrust ever so little, pointing the nose downrange, and there we go, detaching the last set of boosters, and now we have a total of 4,000 meter delta V, which will only increase once we reach space because our next stage is optimized for vacuum. So yeah, there we go. We still have plenty of fuel in this stage, and that will help us circularize, It will help us also fix the orbital inclination around Minmus and burn to Minmus and probably even all the way up to the landing. I'm trying to conserve as much fuel as I can for the science hopping. So there we go, let's ditch the fairing, let's ditch the escape tower. We don't need them anymore. Alright, then we want to go and coast gently to start the burn. 3, 2, 1 and go! 750 meters per second to burn. And once we get there, look at that shot. Ain't it beautiful? Ain't it glorious? Yeah guys, by the way, now you know that KSP 2 will be soon coming out. I really cannot wait until it comes. I will be playing the bananas out of it. Alright. Beautiful. Let's extend the solar panel. Oh, that's a glory shot. Alright, so we have our target set to Minmus. So in the previous episodes, if you guys missed it, I was building a relay network so that I could be sending manned and unmanned probes to Minmus. Currently, our communication range for our remote tech is limiting us to Minmus, but hopefully with the science that we'll gather today, we will be able to unlock more powerful antennas that will help us reach further. So yeah, that's why I'm currently limited all the way up to Minmus. Okay, let's do the material study. Okay, that has been done before. So what are we gonna do? I'm just checking out if there was an experiment that I've missed. For example, like this RPWS, which is one of the experiments we have gotten recently. And I'm just making sure that I miss no science. I don't have science alert. Maybe I should install it. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should install the science alert, or if I miss it, I miss it? Alright, fixing the orbital inclination so that we are in the same plane as Minmus. And that we can perform the ejection burn. Right, so I'm pointing my antenna to Kerbin, and we have the range, so no problems there. Where is Minmus? There you are. Adding the maneuver node, and we'll make sure to have our Minmus encounter. So the Minmus encounter should be around 1000-ish delta V meters per second, could be less, even 900, no problem. So now what I'm trying to figure out is to get the Minmus periapsis that is low enough. And then, alright, Minmus periapsis I typically shoot for around 30-ish, even maybe 11-ish if I can get it. Alright. Now, our burn will start in 15 minutes. We are accelerating towards the burn, and let's see now what do we want to do is we don't have the connectivity, obviously, because my relay network is currently utter crap, at least the equatorial one. I will fix it in the future episodes. I just don't want to make all of my episodes about fixing the relay network. We have to do some exploration, and we need to get more powerful antennas to do so. So, in my head, getting this science will allow us to go further than anybody has gone before. And this polar network does provide some sort of redundancy, so I'm gonna build a lot more in terms of satellites, and hopefully redundancy is in the numbers. Right, so with that thing being said, we have some amount of water remaining and we have supplies. Let's wander off. Bye bye Kerbin, and we are going to the Minmus. Beautiful. This never gets old. By the way, I cannot wait how the KSP2 will look. Now we're almost in the last stretch. Soon it will be 30-ish days until the KSP2 releases to early access, and you can bet your ass that I'm gonna play it as much as possible, of course. So, there we go, and we will be soon transferring to the Minmus sphere of influence. Come on, Minmus encounter, there we go. Right now, if I leave it like this, we would be litho-braking, so we really need to raise our periapsis slightly above the Minmus surface. And I'm thinking like, okay, how much is that? Periapsis 11 kilometers, that's enough. I'm happy with that. Now, we have transitioned into the Minmus sphere of influence, which means science time. Temperature, mystery goo, I'm storing everything, crew report, Kiltless, what do you see? Then materials bay. Ooh, that one is a lot of science. Then we have the pressure data. Then we have the RPWS. Okay, then we have the magnetometer. And then finally, I think we have the GoreSat to do the irradiance scan. Okay, good. Now, I want to collect all of these experiments. Beautiful. Let's point the rockets basically normal prograde, just to get a cooler shot. And Smokin, it's now your time to reset the science, buddy. The downside is apparently he doesn't have a chute again. Wait, hold on. Oh, no chute, grab it, grab it. Okay, how is that possible? I'm pretty sure that I actually did have an EVA suit. Could it be that Smokin is the only one that has it? Okay, let's double check. Smokin, oh, Kiltless is the only one who has the EVA suit. Okay. We have borrowed the EVA suit from Kiltless. Smokin, let's go and reset the materials, babe. Thank you. Whew, almost lost Smokin Kerbin due to the fact that he didn't have an EVA suit. That's weird. Alright. Smokin, glad to still have you on board, buddy. Alright. Okay. So, add the maneuver node, and we are gonna be placing maneuver node at the periapsis and making sure that we circularize. The exact orbit is not really that important, but it's good to have it anyway. So, right, so now it's time that we start coming in towards Minmus. Oh, look at that minty green glow of the Minmus planet. I just love it. Alright. By the way, my favorite mods was, I think it was it Astronomer's Visual Pack or was the other one? The one that had mist on the lakes of Minmus. Because that put them like a little bit harder to see, harder to land. It gave a little bit sense of mystery there. Okay, let's do some science data collection, and as you can tell, I'm doing a lot of experience because we are currently in space slow, so I'm trying to jack all the science that I can to gain as much science as possible. Crew reports, whatever. Right, okay, command pod, restoring everything. There we go, making sure that we are circularizing. Apoapsis is still a little bit high, we're gonna be bringing it down. Okay, 10 by 30, I guess that's fine. Okay, so there we go. Smoking, make sure that you restore. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Grab and board. Will you? Okay, perfect. So we are storing as much experiments as we can. And now I'm gonna be finding a place where to actually land this damn thing. So I'm actually thinking, ooh, there is a flats area and that there is an area just above. So I could be hitting two biomes really quickly. Okay, so if I burn retrograde right now our landing area should be the flats at the behind, so lesser flats. However, if I burn it right now, I could even be landing in the Midlands, which is current area. So I'm actually thinking I might be even landing at Midlands. Just doing some of the crew reports, which are biome dependent since we are in the space, so I'm just trying to snatch every opportunity I can to get some science. Alright. Okay, that area actually in the Midlands looks flat enough for us to attempt the landing, so I'm actually thinking I want to do first the landing there. So I'm gonna burn retrograde. And I'm gonna let the rockets fall down gently. Performing the final deceleration. Making sure that I kill any vertical velocity, horizontal velocity. Okay, and we are going at surface velocity of 30 meters per second, so I'm just making sure that I'm pointing in the right way. I can see the shadow as I'm landing. Kicking off that last bit of science, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get rid of the transfer stage, because I don't want to land like this. Just making sure that I'm translating a little bit further. Disconnecting the stage, and there we go. And making sure that we correct our surface velocity. Good. And as you can tell, the transfer stage will be impacting somewhere around there. We will have a nice shot when it actually does. Beautiful. Making sure that we land, and kaboom. There we go. Getting ready for the, not exactly suicide burn, but something like that. Alright, and there we go. Closing in, and 3, 2, 1, and ladies and gentlemen, we have landed on Minmus. Now we need to do a lot of science. Okay, so let's do the accelerometer, thermometer, mystery goo, materials bay. Okay, that will bring a lot of science. Obviously, barometer, RPWS we can't, magnetometer, yes, magnetometer we can. Okay, good. Gorset, I know that we can't. Okay, so right now we have transferred all of that science into the science module. Let's restore that. Smokin, you are gonna do the restoring and then restore the materials bay. And given the fact that you're the first Kerbal out, you will be the first one to be setting the foot on Minmus. Woohoo! Smokin' Kerbin. EVA report and plant the flag and take a surface sample. We will be remembering this. Minmus Midlands conquered. Smokin' Kerbin has been there. Very minty. Alright, beautiful. Okay, please pose for the selfie. Oh, that's gonna be the selfie for the episode. Yeah, dance, buddy. Alright, good. Now, that covers the Midlands, and as you can see, I'm playing with the parallax, so we are enjoying some rocks there. I really like the fact that it brings on some extra challenges into the environment. It's really beautiful. By the way, this is the parallax 2.0, in case you were wondering. Okay, so the science has been collected, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over here somewhere. I think it's the lesser flats, and I think we have enough delta V to perform one hop at least. We have 1000 meters per second, so that should be more than enough. Okay, there we go. Let's do the hop. Kiltless and Smokin. There we go, guys. I guess for the next one, it will be probably Kiltless who will be going out. We shouldn't be forgetting our, you know, pilot, after all. He got us there. There we go. In space low above lesser flats. Okay, we will be landing in the lesser flats, although we are currently in the lowlands. So okay, let's just kill our horizontal velocity, put it to almost 0. Good. And then once we will be landing, I'm gonna go just carefully, make sure that we go down and touch down, and okay, yeah, crew report is also good to do above various biomes, so lesser flats. Okay, let's just go a little bit further just to ensure. I was thinking that we will land not in the shadow, but clearly the shadow is growing behind us, so nothing more we could do here except turn on the lights perhaps. Yeah, that's something that could happen. Alright, we are 10 seconds to impact, coming down. There we go, lights are ready. Surface coming hard. Okay, reduce the velocity and touchdown. There we go. We have landed on the lesser flats and we have 800 meters per second to show for it. Okay, standard, you know, science. I'm just pinging all the science that I can. There we go. Temperature. I really expect that we will be gaining a lot of science from this trip, so I'm just hoping, making sure that we log everything. EVA sample, let's restore and collect and restore. Okay, and then we need to reset the materials bay, restore that, good. And then you go back in because it's time for our Kiltless Kerbin to go out. So we need to transfer the EVA pack to Kiltless. Okay, Kiltless buddy, you are up. You will be one who will be taking the surface sample from the lesser flats. I think that's the part where the mint is. So, right, will you take the surface sample, please? There we go. And plant the flag, will you? Okay, plant the flag. Proudly waving the flag of GrunfWorks. Rebel without a kilt was here. Yeah, actually, and that was lesser flats. Okay, bring snacks next time. Thank you. Alright, good. Chill. Oh, we look great. Okay, so we're gonna go back up, and I think it's time for our return trip back to Kerbin. Now, you could argue with 810 we could do another suborbital hop. The problem is that I want to be doing it in the flats, and I'm worried that we won't have enough delta V. So let's first go upwards, and then we're gonna be in the semi-circularization phase to see how much delta V we have left. I mean, everything on Minmus takes a rather low amount of delta V. Still, it's good that we have all those things together, and I'm just making sure that I'm logging as much as I can and basically storing everything. So yeah, I've put Smokin on the task, add maneuver node, and here I'm gonna do the circularization. So there we go, apoapsis at 10-ish, that would be enough. All right, and making sure that we time warp all the way there. Okay, the burn will be coming in approximately. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. All right. Smashing. Now, I'm gonna add the maneuver node here for getting us off Kerbin. I mean, 612, if I want to land and take off, it's marginally possible, but I don't want to risk it for biscuits. So I'd much rather actually do a very nice and comfortable re-entry, making sure that we can get where we need to go, and that's it. So that's the idea. Alright. Now let's do the burn. Making sure that we have, periapsis I need to actually place as low as 40 kilometers because we want to be doing the aero brake as well. So that's gonna be 245, that's 400 would be left in the remainder, and I don't think it would be enough for ascent, circularization, and return. Now the pros will probably disagree with me, but once again, I'm no pro. Alright, so crew report, making sure that everything is stored because we are now above greater flats. Okay, anything else we could pull? Okay, storing everything back, and let's go for the burn. Alright, so we will be burning in 40 seconds. Getting ready to do the burn, and let's go! This will secure us a periapsis around Kerbin, and basically the return of Smokin Kerbin and Kiltless Kerbin. There we go. 42 kilometers. I'm overall happy with that, and let us enjoy the time acceleration as they depart Minmus to go back home. Beautiful. All in all, we still have to return, but overall I would say that's a pretty successful science run. I'm hoping that we will at least be able to get around 1000 science, and that will actually help us to make sure that we take care of, unlock a couple of nodes, get us moving in the right direction. And by moving in the right direction, I mean long ranger antennas and all that jazz. Okay, so there we go. Bye bye Minmus, and let's switch off to Kerbin. Kerbin, here we come, buddy. Alright, slight time acceleration, and by slight I mean significant. Let's orient orbit retrograde, because that's the way we will be re-entering Kerbin. And let's kick in the afterburners. There we go, we are coming in hot. Alright. Soon enough. There we go. Point the craft retrograde, and let's see. Okay, we are still 200 kilometers above. Once we get a little bit lower, we might want to expand the remainder of the delta V and then decouple. Okay, so there we go. Pointing retrograde, hitting the burn, and once we get low enough, we can decouple, and that's it. Alright, as soon as we expend all of the fuel, we will say bye-bye to our lander. There we go. Look at it go. Oh, and we will have a beautiful view over it exploding in the atmosphere, because it doesn't have a heat shield. Well, at least some parts will explode. Boink, boink. See? Alright. Well, at least some parts have gone bye-bye. Hopefully the others will too. And we are decelerating. There we go. Look at them go. Okay, that's enough. Righto. So we are coming in, and those are mountain range look vaguely familiar. However, we will be descending in, and finally, after everything, we are coming back to Kerbin. Kiltless and Smokin doing some final science, and okay, let's pop in all of the chutes. We are low enough, and just making sure if there is any science to be had so I don't miss it. Beautiful! Alright, let's see how much science we got. Alright. 1,387 science. Beautiful! And we have gotten some lovely ribbons. Kiltless, you got a flag for Minmus, and Smokin, you have gotten flag for Minmus, landing, flag, etc. Thank you very much for watching.